Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. It's the weekend. Good morning. Rise and shine, y'all. Are you up? Are you ready for the day? Let's do this. All right, I'm back home, y'all, and I cannot even tell you how freaking thrilled I am to be home. Slept in my own bed last night. Got good sleep. Woke up with a massive headache, but who even cares? It's gonna be a rest day for me. My body is screaming, but I don't even care. I'm home. So let's get this day started. I just got a new shipment of my favorite coffee, and today's flavor that I'm going to try that I haven't had in quite a while is blueberry truffle. So I am excited to have it. So let's make that and then go snuggle back in the bed and rest, and I will come back to y'all in just a bit and kind of chat about my trip. All right, let's start this day, y'all. This is the brand I order it online, and it comes you can do every month, however often you want. I have it come every couple months. This is one of my favorites, but I haven't had it in like a year probably. I've been kind of on a maple kick, so we're gonna try this one. Hello, beautiful. I hope y'all are feeling beautiful today. I love my mugs with their messages. These are my absolute favorite. I wish I'd bought more when I bought them. Focus, camera. There we go. Heavy cream. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this, and I'm going to do a scoop of collagen, a little bit of my Sweet Leaf English toffee. The collagen that I use, I need to do organization in these cabinets, y'all. Here it is. I use this Vital Protein collagen peptides. It's my favorite brand that I've tried, just to give me a little bit of protein in my coffee. I don't use it as much now that I'm doing intermittent fasting because the protein kind of breaks your fast, but I'm trying to get my protein in today, so we're gonna go with it this morning. And I actually just do 1 scoop of this. I think the serving is 2 scoops. Let's see. Come on, focus. There we go. You get 20 grams of protein in 2 scoops. I just do 1 scoop. So 1 scoop of this, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream, and a little bit of my English toffee. This collagen dissolves almost immediately. That's one of the main reasons I like this brand. It's never clumpy. It dissolves immediately, and it has 0 taste. It is now 1:45 in the afternoon, and I'm having this blueberry coffee. This will be my 2nd cup today. I had my first cup about noon, and this is going to be my 2nd cup about 1:45. And I also ate some of my on-brand protein nuts. I will show you what those look like in a minute. Okay, on-brand protein almonds. These are the dark chocolate truffle flavor. You get 10 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. I absolutely love these. They're one of my favorite snacks. My house is kind of empty of food right now because I just got back from out of town, so I grabbed this because there wasn't really anything made. So, nutrition facts. Let's see if we can get this to pop. So 230 calories, 16 grams of fat. Total carbs is 15 with 2 grams of fiber. But then if you look at the sugar alcohols, there's 10 sugar alcohols. So it comes out to a very small amount of net carbs. Okay, y'all, after a long trip and being out of town in Canada, this is a rest day. My body's screaming for a rest day, so having my blueberry coffee. So we're gonna have a sip and chat. That's what I'll call it, a sip and chat. This blueberry coffee that I was telling y'all about, I'm not sponsored for sure. I have a very small following right now, but if you like it, you should. I'm gonna link it below. Can't talk. I'm going to link it below, so if you're interested, they have really great prices on K-Cups. There's tons of different flavors. You can have them shipped automatically as often as you want, or just do it, you know, whenever you feel like it. but I've been using them for a long time, and by far my favorite K-Cup coffee, and I love the price. So I will definitely link that down below. This is the blueberry truffle, and it is phenomenal. Yum. What did we want to talk about? We were going to talk about Canada. Okay, I left last, Monday, Sunday? I left on Sunday morning about 6 a.m. Had a really easy flight on the way up there. The layover in Philadelphia was no big deal. It was one of the best flying experiences I've had. I didn't have anybody sitting beside me. There were no crying babies. Like, I had plenty of time, so I didn't have to rush, but not so much time that I had to sit there for my layover for 5 hours or anything. It all just turned out perfectly. So I'm super, super thrilled about that. And got there, my friend's daughter's fiance had to pick me up because my friend had something going on. That was a little bit strange. Number one, he didn't speak a whole lot of English. They speak French as their main language there, and I've never met him before. So an hour plus in the car with a complete stranger, a little strange, but he was the sweetest. Like, he was the sweetest. His English was really better than I thought it would be. I could totally understand him. We could totally have a conversation. He stopped at Starbucks and got me a drink, which he paid for. He opened the door for me. Like, what a little gentleman. What a little gentleman. I'm so happy for Sama that she's marrying such a great guy. Like, I was very impressed. So, we got to the house and I met up with my friend, and we just sat and talked. We spent the first 24 hours, other than sleeping, just non-stop talk. You know, about what's going on in our lives, just, you know, catching up like besties do. And then we left for, where did we go first? Toronto. We went to Toronto, and we got to Toronto and we had a boat tour, which I have to say, if you go to Toronto, skip the boat tour. Like, I didn't know this, but the water in Toronto is only on the outskirts of the city. There's not like a river that goes through the city or anything. The best part was heading back into Toronto. It was heading back into Toronto. You got a beautiful view of the skyline. So I think I got some good pictures of the skyline. I'll insert one of those here just to show you what we saw. But the boat was also relatively small, and my friend did not handle it well. She felt so sick, like she felt like she was going to throw up the whole time. So I was able to enjoy it and get some pictures, but poor thing, she had an awful time. So after that, I was kind of hoping to go out to dinner. I'm a foodie. I love to eat out. I love to explore food in different areas. She's kind of the opposite. She doesn't want to spend money on food. She just wants to eat a bar. So that was a little bit frustrating. I don't think we're the most compatible travel companions, because the things I like to do and am able to do are kind of opposite of what she's able to do. So we didn't get to go out to dinner. We went straight to the hotel and we ate dinner at the hotel, which was fine. I had that. I had duck. I'll put a picture in here. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I had lamb. I had a rack of lamb and asparagus. And it came with some potatoes, but I pushed those aside. It was really, really good. The hotel, we stayed at a Westin. It had good food. So that ended up okay. Just didn't get to explore the city. Next morning, I woke up having one of my worst pain days ever. Like, one of the pain days where I can barely get myself out of the bed to the bathroom. And we had a plan to go meet somebody. So I got dressed. I was able to get dressed. I couldn't push my suitcase, even though it was on wheels, to the car. Like, I couldn't at all. So Chris had to do it for me. Then we got outside and it was raining buckets and thunderstorms, which is probably why my body was so bad. I really, really respond very poorly to bad weather. So we were going to go meet a friend at the mall. Well, the mall was massive and we didn't know where to park. So we finally found somewhere to park, and then I could barely walk to the door. Like, y'all, I was so slow, and I know I was frustrating the crud out of her, but I literally couldn't do it. I really needed to be in the bed. So luckily there was a kiosk right there. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. There was a kiosk at the very beginning of like right when we walked in the door. So we were able to get a wheelchair for me, and she was able to push me to our meeting with our friend. I was in so much pain, and my fatigue level was so high, I literally could barely focus. I could barely keep my eyes open. This was a friend I was so excited to see, and she was just the sweetest, and I got to hug her neck, but I just like didn't get to participate in the conversation. It was not, my body wasn't having it, and I was so frustrated with it, and I know my friend was frustrated with me, and so it was just hard. So then we drove to Niagara Falls, and luckily by that afternoon my body decided to perk up some. It was totally God, because usually it doesn't perk up within a day. So it was awesome. We were able to go on the boat tour at Niagara, which I totally recommend. You're right down there in the water. You go all the way up to the falls. You get completely soaked, but it was worth it. I got some great pictures. I'll definitely share those. And then we took a hop-on, hop-off bus to where we could see the falls from above and get good angles. And so I took some pictures and videos of that, which hopefully, I haven't edited any of that stuff, so I'm hoping some of it turns out well so I can share it. And then we went back to the hotel, and I took her, it was her birthday that day, so I took her out to lunch at her favorite restaurant. So again, for me, I would like to go to things that are not chains, things that are, you know, special to that area or whatever, but I totally wanted to do what she wanted on her birthday, of course. So I took her out and we got her a steak, and I had the same thing. I had a steak, and it was really, really good. So it was a good choice. And then that evening, there was a really cool restaurant, though, an Italian restaurant in the hotel that we were staying at that faced the falls at night, and they light the falls up at night, and I really wanted to go see it. So I talked her into going with me, so that was good, and we got some really, it was like, can't talk, a really romantic restaurant, actually. Like, it would be great to be on a date there. But anyways, we had a charcuterie board, had some cheese and some meat, and I had some wine. I had no clue, y'all, that Ontario, Canada produced wine, one, or two, that it was good. Like, I'm kind of snobby about my wine. It was phenomenal. Like, so good. I was so surprised, and I really, really enjoyed that, and I enjoyed watching the fall. So the next morning, I thought we were going to do some more touring, and there's like this tower that you can go up and see the whole city and see the falls from way up high and everything, but we did have a really long ride home, and she just wanted to get going. So we went home to her house, and we got there at dinner time, and her sweet husband had poutine. If you don't know what that is, it's basically French fries with cheese curd and gravy. It is phenomenal. Can we say not keto? Not even slightly keto, but you know, when in Rome, or when in Quebec. So I had it. It was phenomenal. I only ate about half of it, but I was super thrilled to be eating it. I enjoyed every morsel. Went to bed early that night, and next morning she took me to the airport, which was yesterday. Got to the airport in plenty of time for a stress-free walk through and to get where I needed to be. Had about 2 hours to kill, so I sat down at a restaurant, had a glass of wine, had a thing of poutine again, topped with prime rib. So, yeah, not keto. There's number 2 meal, not keto. And what was I going to say? Oh, it was really, really good too. I ate most of it. Had some wine, watched YouTube, killed time. Then got on my flight. The flight was, again, super easy. I had no one beside me. Like, my flights were just the best. I got into Charlotte, and I had to kill a bunch of hours before my husband could pick me up, but it was really no big deal. I just found a restaurant, plugged my computer and phone in, again, had a little bit of wine, and then I had some Brussels sprouts, some crispy Brussels sprouts, and they were so good, like, so good. And then about 2 hours later, I ordered a personal pizza, pepperoni pizza. So there's number 3 meal, not keto, of the week. So I did so good for the majority of the week, and then I killed it the last 2 days with bad choices. So got home, Went straight to bed, woke up this morning with a raging headache and my body aching, but that's kind of par for the course when I travel, so, you know, no big deal. I'll just rest today and I will plan out. I'll use it to plan the week, do some meal prep planning stuff. Anyways, so I weighed myself this morning and I knew full well that I would gain. My feet and my hands are so swollen, so I knew that I would have gained a lot of weight, and obviously a lot of it has to be water weight because one, I only ate 3 bad meals out of the whole week, and 2, if I'm this swollen, obviously I'm retaining water. So I was guessing I probably gained about 10 pounds. That's kind of par for the course for me. If I go out of town and don't follow plan, eat non-keto, I always gain. So I always gain around 10 pounds. So got on the scale, yep, 258. I was 248, so I've gained 10 pounds. So probably by this time next week it'll all be gone. That's generally the pattern. It takes about a week to pull it all back off. So that's frustrating. I can't, you know, but it is what it is. I've got to move forward. I'm proud of myself that the majority of the time I ate really, really well. Could have been way, way worse. So we're just going to go with it. And then I will show you what I ate for dinner. It's Friday night. My kids are going to be gone. So it's kind of date night. But with me feeling bad, we'll probably just eat in. So don't know what we're going to do about that. But we shall see. Alright, this is dinner tonight. Salad with some blue cheese, a few red onions, and a New York strip steak. For 2, because it's date night. So Jason grilled these for us. I just used this butter lettuce, some red onion that was previously chopped, and this chunky blue cheese dressing. It's really thick and really yummy. Definitely would prefer to make my own. This has some oils in it that I wouldn't choose, but sometimes you need to go quick and easy. So I had picked this up from the store and it actually is delicious. You get 2 tablespoons for 1 carb. So as far as keto goes, it's a win. And lastly, I'm having my Zip Fizz for the day. I hadn't had it yet. So that's backwards. Having a blue raspberry Zip Fizz, and I put about a tablespoon of this apple cider vinegar in it. So we're gonna try that combo out. Date night tonight, we're gonna catch up on Bachelor in Paradise and have some steak. It's gonna be a nice date night in. Guilty pleasure, Bachelor in Paradise.
The tears, the drama are bigger.